Thank you, Cathaoirleach. Greyhound racing is in terminal decline, both here and internationally. It's only legal in a handful of countries, one of them being the US, where it started, and now it's banned in most states there. This is a cruel industry that has no place in modern society. No matter where this industry is, it is plagued with animal welfare concerns. Of course it is when it's based on the overbreeding of dogs solely for speed. While in jurisdiction after jurisdiction the industry is being banned, the Irish government are continuing to invest millions in it every year. I don't think anyone is surprised by Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael's unwavering commitment to this cruel and unpopular industry, but safe to say that people are surprised and disappointed at the Green Party's newfound support of it. The Greens' general election manifesto committed to phasing out of public funding to the greyhound racing industry, the exact thing that the Social Democrats are calling for. It's incredible to me that in 2022, most of our political parties in government and in opposition support this industry. Both Sinn Féin and the Labour Party have motions calling for reviews of this fund, which unfortunately is political speak for kicking the can down the road. You're trying to run with the hare and hunt with the hounds on this one, and it is very obvious to everyone. In essence, this dying industry is being propped up by the government. Greyhound Racing Ireland's own reports are showing significant declines in attendance, while the facts outlined in RTÉ's documentary, Greyhounds Running for Their Lives, remains the definitive record of the appalling standards and cruelty of the industry. Up to 6,000 dogs bred annually to be killed. I have to raise the same questions every year. In whose interest is this? Because it is certainly not in the public interest. Why is 18 million being transferred to the industry? Is it because of their close ties with government parties and others in this House? Organisations such as Irish Guide Dogs for the Blind or Autism Assistance Dogs Ireland only get a tiny fraction of that amount, and this is disgraceful. The funding of over 18.2 million sees an increase of 600,000 from this year. In our alternative budget, the Social Democrats called for state funding for greyhound racing to be phased out over the next 3 years, with an annual reduction of between 6 million and 7 million between now and the end of the 33rd Dáil. We all know that the 18 million could be spent so much better. It's deeply regrettable that the government didn't take our proposal on board in this budget. It's also significant that Dogs Trust has now called for a phased end to greyhound racing in Ireland. That's despite working with the industry for many years to improve conditions for dogs involved. The charity says there are welfare issues that have not been resolved. Greyhound Racing Ireland and its supporters in this House are eager to point out a new system of traceability and welfare inspections, while ignoring the deep irony of their position. These measures are only necessary because the record of the industry is so appalling. Because we know of thousands of dogs that were being bred and then destroyed because they didn't make the cut. Overbreeding in the industry continues to be a major concern. The Agriculture Committee's recent report on dog welfare noted that there is virtually no oversight and transparency concerning canine artificial insemination. The government does not have a list of canine fertility establishments. We have no idea who is involved in this area and if they have any qualifications. This is especially relevant to greyhounds, who are known to be subject to horrific overbreeding. Under official regulations, non-veterinarians can carry out artificial insemination in greyhounds. Greyhound Racing Ireland is responsible for these regulations, and enforcement is carried out by the Irish Coursing Club. Why are these bodies given this power, and where is the oversight of them? This motion, despite all the glaring issues, will comfortably pass. Not only is this wrong, it is completely at odds with public opinion. Most ordinary people are not being represented on this matter. I am calling for an end to public funding of the industry. If it's so important to rural Ireland, if it has such great welfare systems, then let the industry survive on a commercial basis. But you don't want that, and neither do the people in this House, in this government, and on opposition benches, because they all know that the industry would collapse without its annual handout. When will this madness end?